Here for reaction, former Energy Secretary and Texas Governor Rick Perry. Governor, thanks for being here. You saw that map. That's more than half the country. NBC's trying to peg it on climate change. What do you make of potential now power blackouts?
Well, this is clear. We've been talking about this for a long time. You have to have base load. You know, diversity is fine in the energy side of things. It's good to have a portion of your energy that comes from wind. It's good to have a portion of it that comes from solar. But you must have a base load of energy to keep the lights on when the wind doesn't blow and when the sun doesn't shine. And that's going to happen. So to face up to that, fossil fuels are going to be a very important part of that, and nuclear. When you think about who the left really doesn't like, what industries they don't like in the power generation side of it, fossil fuels is the top of it, and nuclear power is number two, a close number two, I might.
Yeah.
So until you get a nuclear power system into place, and we've got the technology, Pete. It's stunning to me that we can't put small modular reactors out there. You know, there's a host of companies and a host of technology that's out there today that could address this. I hope some states will take the lead on this. If the federal government's going to make it so hard to get a permit for a small modular reactor, then the states need to take this into their hand. For instance, Texas, we own our own grid. We need to step forward using the 10th Amendment and say, you know what, Washington, you're not going to do this. We're going to take care of this ourselves and go forward with it.
Senator, everything you said makes sense to me. I totally get it. But between increasing refinery capacity and new nuclear plants, we're talking years, maybe decades. What are folks supposed to do this summer when it gets hot and the power goes out? Buy a fan? Like, what is the strategy?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, this is an incredibly difficult period of time. What we have seen is our country taking its eye away from power distribution, power development, putting way too many eggs in the basket of wind and solar. I mean, I need to be blunt about it. We put too much focus on that. We need to be sending the messages to those that can build quickly. Peaker plants, for instance, that use natural gas. We've got, you know, literally hundreds of years of natural gas in this country. It's a clean burning fuel. We need to be using that instead of listening to the John Kerrys of the world who, you know, they do what I say, not what I do when it comes to the flying around the world on your jet and then getting out and lecturing us about how bad fossil fuels are. I mean, it's stunningly ignorant of them to think that the American people are going to buy that. You have the Secretary of Energy that's out telling the energy industry on one hand, we want you to go produce more, and then we're going to shut you down in 5 to 7 years.
Exactly.
It's just crazy.
That's what I was going to say. You're exactly right. And my solution of buying a fan, not even going to work in that scenario because you can't plug it in. Governor, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.